wants to learn about the poem Praise Song for My Mother? Meet Bob. The first stanza. You were water to me, deep and bold and fathoming. Water signifies the manner in which water accounts for majority of the earth, just the way the mother accounts for majority of the daughter's world, thus presenting a metaphor. Deep showcases the many layers to the mother's personality, displaying her experience, displaying how she's a woman of substance. Bold portrays the mother's strong personality, her pillar of strength. Fathoming displays that the mother is very understanding and she evaluates and ponders over her decisions wisely. However, there is a problem: understanding the deeper implications. Second stanza. You were moon's eye to me, pull and grained and mantling. Moon represents fertility in African culture. When the sun is shining, the moon is still present, showing that how even the mother isn't physically present, she is always there with her daughter. Although the moon has an influence over the water, displaying how the mother always had influenced her daughter's decisions, being a metaphor. Pull is referring to the tides. Grained. Just like food is nourishing and is vital, the mother's presence and support is of utmost importance. Mantling. It shows how the mother is very supportive, just like the manner in which the mantle supports the crust, displaying the mother's protective nature. The third stanza. You were sunrise to me, rise and warm and streaming. Sunrise. It marks the end of darkness, displaying positivity. It signifies hope and the mother's loving nature, referring to the spirit that has gone back to the natural elements, Mother Nature. It points towards how the sun rises every day, highlighting the mother's consistency in her daughter's life, being a metaphor. Rise symbolizes how the mother lifts her daughter from the darkness. Warm, to give the daughter a sense of security and comfort. Streaming displays the unconditional love between the mother and her daughter. The fourth stanza. You were the fish's red gill to me, the flame tree spread to me, the crab's leg, the fried plantain smell. Replenishing, replenishing. Go to your white futures, you said. Fish's red gill. Since fish cannot survive without the presence of their gills, the mother for the poet signifies life, without who she cannot live. Red represents love. The flame tree. The color yellow is symbolic of joy. The flame tree has leaves of a very unique color and stands out to be bold, just like the author had described the mother to be in the first verse. The crab's leg and the fried plantain reminds the poet about her homeland in the Caribbean. For the poet, this is comfort food. Replenishing is repeated twice to place emphasis on the love and feeling of security received from the mother. The mother fills her daughter with joy in times of misery. Go to your white futures, you said, is a piece of advice given by the mother. The features of the poem. Structure. The shape. The shape is like a staircase, like a ladder to success, just the way the mother helps the daughter reach great heights and helps the daughter succeed in life. Punctuation. Little or no punctuation marks show the continuous and unconditional love of the mother. Tense. Past tense is used as portrays that either the mother is dead or does not live with the daughter anymore. The daughter has written this poem in memory of her mother. Towards the end, present continuous tense is used to show continuality in the mother's love. Form Staircase symbolizes from the beautiful world. Technique used is a triple and conjunctions are used. Repetition of the word and to highlight on each of the qualities the mother possesses.
Another feature of the poem is the language. Vocabulary is simple and it is written as though a young or child or an infant has written it. This is evident through the continuous use of and. Adjectives. Each verse has a set of adjectives which describe the elements of nature, thus describing the mother. Ing verbs are used to showcase the unconditional love of the mother. One of the figures of speech used is anaphora. This is used to provide emphasis on the mother's past tense, displaying the memories the daughter had of the mother. Imagery. 3 different types of imagery is used: visual imagery, color imagery, and olfactory imagery. Visual imagery is evident throughout the entire poem, especially due to the use of adjectives. The effect on the reader is that the reader is able to paint a scene of what the poem is trying to describe. Evidence is through the words deep and bold and fathoming. Color imagery is evident in the last line when the poet describes the gills to be red. Color imagery gives extra detail about the objects being described. The aspects of the gills being red signifies that it is rich in blood and fresh. The effect on the reader is that it gives the reader greater detail of the shade of color used, thus making the reader understand the meaning of the poem. Olfactory imagery is evident in the last lines when the author describes the smell of fried plantain. The effect on the reader is that the reader experiences the feeling of the place the poet describes so vividly. Significance of the last line of the poem. Go to your wide futures, you said. Go signifies the little piece of advice the mother is giving her daughter before she passes on and goes into the real world. That seems to stick onto her daughter's mind. Wide futures stands out as though the mother is giving her daughter advice about a dream that her daughter wishes to accomplish. Wide portrays a variety of choices and opportunities waiting for the daughter in the future. Future portrays a threshold in life. Perspective here is then shifted from the perspective of the daughter to the perspective of the mother. A personal response. We often tend to neglect or not appreciate what our mothers truly do for us. After reading this poem, I was astounded by the creative manner in which the poet describes her mother using the elements of nature. The universal truth depicted through the poem is the fact that most of us forget to express our love and gratitude for our mothers except for the day of Mother's Day. One day is surely not sufficient for our mothers except to show them our appreciation for months and the years they have taken care of us and guided you to take the right path. As a reader, the poem makes one reflect upon their love for their loved ones, especially their mother. I feel that this poem makes me ponder about my admiration for my mother and how she does everything just to make me happy. It portrays how a mother will always stand by one side and will never limit your exploration in the world. As a child, I relate to this poem as I am not curtailed and my freedom isn't taken away, just like Nichols.